So you're probably thinking, well, that's great and interesting, Sean, but what's all this mean to me? What am I going to do with this? This website right here is WebMonkey, and there's a link right below this video, or maybe a little that way, a link to this page, and it's awesome because it's got all the, it's really simple to understand, and it's got all the basics for HTML. Basic tags, body attributes, links, tables, formatting, frames, everything here, and it's pretty easy to understand. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can see one thing to point out is that for every tag that starts something happening in HTML, you need to have another tag at the other end that turns it off, basically. And that's where the little forward slash or backslash, I'm not sure which slash it is, it's right next to the shift key, it's that slash. That's the one that tells the computer to stop doing that. And if you don't have that closing tag on there, whatever you do is just going to keep on going for everything that follows in the style sheet after it. So, you know, it's kind of nice because you can create headlines and stuff. I'm going to show you how in just a second. Here's how to put links in and how to do different formatting things. So really, you probably want to bookmark this page and keep it at least for a little while so that you can play around with it. And I'm going to show you one of the things you're going to need to do today. I'm going to walk you through it. Or not today, but for this module. So I took that video from earlier, and it's right here. And there are a couple things I can do with this. Now, for this module, you're going to be creating something and embedding it in your blog, and I want you to play around with the HTML to change it. And there's a couple ways you can do it. Once it's hosted on YouTube, when you go down here to the share button, we're getting embed here. And they already make this embed code for you, but you can play around with it a little by doing this. You can also choose the size you want down here, and you'll notice each one of these sizes has some numbers on top of it, and that refers to the pixels, which are like little teeny tiny things in your screen. You can also create your own by typing them in here, 500, and it automatically gives you 405 for a height. But you can change that if you want and play around with them some. You'll also see this is the HTML here to embed this video in our website. And you can come in here, and whenever you're messing around with HTML, if you don't like the size of something, you look here for the width, the width and the height. And that'll allow you to change the way things appear. Something to know is it's almost always twice. It'll be at the beginning and at the end. So you have to change the numbers in both places for it to work. But here's some, how to do it by messing with the HTML in YouTube. So I'm going to do, say, this one, and all I need to do is copy that. And then I'm going to go into my WordPress blog. And so now you'll see over here that this is the visual editor, and if I click on the other tab, it's the HTML editor. So this is what it looks like behind the scenes, and this is what it looks like on your web page to visitors. So whenever I have this option, I can have all sorts of stuff in here, and if I go to the HTML, I can change. Let's make this the welcome. I'm going to make it bold just because that's easy to do. And then, so now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to update. And you can see on the page there that now it's indeed bold. So we had the embed code from our video, from our YouTube video, and we're going to put that into our WordPress blog. So if we go in here to edit our post, remember I put that in bold. So now you don't have to press the enter key. I just did because it makes it easier for me to see visually the new stuff that I'm adding. And there's the code from our YouTube video. Now I'm going to change it a little bit, and that's what I want you guys to do, because to make sure you don't you actually do it and play with the HTML a little. I think it's kind of fun. Now remember, I said that the dimensions of the video appear twice. So here it is there, and then it's also down here. So I've got to change it in both places. So I'm going to change that again to 500 and that to 400. And I'm in the HTML view. Now if you're in the visual view and you do this, basically not much is going to happen. You'll just end up looking at all that code and stuff, and it's not pretty. So I've made all my changes. Now I don't know why, but I'm going to go back. What works is to go back to the visual editor, make sure that you've got this weird little yellow square there, and then I'm going to click on update. And now I can go to view the post right here, and there's my incredibly short blog post with a video embedded inside of it. And so that's how embedding works. It's pretty fun. You can do a lot of things, and you can, if you play with that HTML code, you can move things around and do all sorts of cool stuff. So play with it. Don't be frightened.